Hey, I think I found something.
Right here, just sitting there. I think the market completely missed it.
What?
It's a company called Ensilica. Ticker is ENSI. They exist, and almost nobody seems to care, which is why we should. So what they do is they make semiconductor chips. But really, what they're making, for the very first time, is a profit. And that changes everything. And this is where it gets weird. The stock price says the company is small, but their order book says the company is not small. The numbers, they just don't match reality.
And when the numbers don't add up, it almost always means that nobody's looking close enough. So, what even are these chips?
Okay, so technically, they're called ASICs, application-specific integrated circuits. A semiconductor chip customized for a... You know what? It's boring. Let's just talk about toasters instead. It's basically the same thing. All right, look. A regular general-purpose chip, that's like an IKEA toaster. It's cheap, you can get it anywhere, it toasts bread, it's fine. It has that bagel button that just burns one side. But an ASIC? Now that's a custom toaster. Imagine you're a satellite company, and you need to toast space bread, and it has to be perfect, golden brown, using exactly 1.3 watts of power, and it can never fail, for like 20 years. You can't use the IKEA toaster for that. No way. You have to hire a team of elite toaster engineers to design you the perfect space toaster. It costs a fortune to design up front, but once you have that blueprint, it's the best space toaster in the galaxy. That's what Ensilica does. They aren't the factory building the toasters, they're the engineers you hire to invent the blueprint. And their business model is just beautiful. It's 3 steps. So first, that satellite company pays them a huge fee just to design the space toaster blueprint. That's called non-recurring engineering, or NRE. That pays the bills. So yeah, they get paid a few $1,000,000 just for thinking. Exactly. Now step 2, and this is the magic part. Ensilica keeps the blueprint. It becomes their intellectual property, the secret recipe for the space toaster. Yeah. And step 3 is where the real money is. For the next 10, 15 years, every single time that satellite company builds a satellite with that space toaster in it, Ensilica gets a royalty, a little payment every single time. So they get paid once to invent it, and then they get paid again and again and again every time someone uses the recipe. Okay, so you have this company that invents secret recipes and then gets paid for years and years? That sounds like a pretty good business, right? It should be expensive, but it's not. And that's where the numbers get weird. Right now, the entire stock market thinks this company, all of it, the engineers, the secret recipes, all the future royalty checks, is worth about £47 million. What does that even mean? It means you could buy the whole thing for less than a fancy London apartment. You'd own the whole operation, the desks, the computers, the patents for all the space toasters, everything. It's tiny. And here's the most important part. For years, this company just burned money. They were paying all those engineers to design the blueprints, but the royalties hadn't really started coming in yet. But now for the first time, the scale has tipped. All those toasters they designed years ago are finally being made in huge numbers. The money from the supply deals is flooding in, and it's finally more than what they're spending. In the first half of this year, they made a profit of £1.7 million. Is that good for a company this small? It's a huge deal. Because this time last year, they lost money. This isn't just a little profit, it's a nearly £2 million swing from red to black. It's the proof that the business model, the whole secret recipe thing, is finally working. The faucet is on. So they're profitable, the model works, the company's cheap. But that's not even the weirdest part. The weird part is what's already locked in for the future. They have over £250 million of future supply revenue already under contract. Wait, so that's not a guess? Not a sales goal? Nope, this is not a forecast, it's not some CEO's dream. This is money from legally binding deals they have already signed. It's the total value of all the future royalty checks from all the space toasters that customers are locked in to buy for the next decade. So, let's just ask the question. Does a £47 million company with £250 million of contracted future revenue make any sense? No. Okay. Now for the sad part. Yeah, this isn't a sure thing. So risk number 1, they used to burn a lot of cash. Like a lot. They're profitable now, but their history is Ugly. They could go back to burning cash. They could. Risk 2, they really depend on a few giant customers. One of their big satellite clients delayed a project last year and their numbers took a big hit. If that happens again, the profits could just go away. So they're fragile, potentially. And not leads to risk 3. They might need more money. They just raised about £10 million, which is good. They have cash. But it also means they were running low. If another big contract gets pushed back, they might have to ask for more money, which is never good. And last, the market is just weird. It can ignore things that make perfect sense for a really, really long time.
You could lose all your money. That's a risk. Don't blame us. So why now? What's the catalyst? It's that financial report, the one that showed the big profit swing. It's the first real proof for the market that the business model has flipped. The CEO used the word scalability, which is corporate talk for the snowball is at the top of the hill and it just started rolling, and it's picking up all that high-margin recurring revenue. And right now, the market is looking at the little snowflake it was a year ago, not the giant snowball it's about to become. And you don't even have to take our word for it. Look, the stock is trading around 50 pence, okay? But the very few professional analysts who are actually paying attention have price targets way up here, averaging over 64 pence, and one of them thinks it should be at 75. So the professionals, they see the same weirdness we do. Exactly. There's this huge gap between where the stock is today and where the people who do this for a living think it should be. The price just isn't reflecting the value of all those future royalty checks.
So, buying?
Yeah. Okay, bye.